What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Dwarves Glory Death and Loot. That's pretty much a game that tells you exactly what you get on the tin. And I, being a dwarf fan, someone that believes that dwarves and orcs are probably the best thing about fantasy, I welcome a game that only has dwarves and orcs in it. None of that human nonsense, none of those stupid elves. We don't need any of them. No hobbits running around stinking the place up with weed. Like, we just have dwarves bashing skulls, orcs doing cool orcish tribal things, and we auto-battle them against one another while we equip our dwarves. You may recall this is a game that we played a while back when it was in its infancy. Like, it was just a little tiny itch.io demo. Well, we're taking a look now. Ooh, restore. Yeah, let's do that. I want that thing. When it was a little itch.io demo, it had lots of placeholders, lots of things not in it. The game is now coming out very soon. I'll have a link for you down below in the description if you wanted to check that out. But also, you'll be able to find a link to my Discord and my Twitch stream down there just in case you wanted to hang out live on any given day of the week. I would love to welcome you. I think I'll probably put the Ring of Restoration on that dwarf right there since he's kind of like my tanky guy, I suppose. He's got 18 speed. I got to figure out a way to slow these guys down. Or at least I need to figure out a way to speed up my wizard because they're all leaving him behind with their valorous charges. And while I am always one to encourage a dwarf war party, you know, to have a good solid charge, you're outrunning the healer. He's got stubbier legs than you, man. You gotta stay with him. Now, how does this game function? Pretty simply, actually. This is one of those games that you can grasp it very quickly. It's very much a beer and pretzels sort of game. Basically, you have cards. They draft. They will either have a fight on them or they will have an item on them. When you pick one, it will be executed. So if you take an item, it'll be put in your inventory. If you take a battle, you will fight it. And then after that's done, it will be removed and replaced. The goal is to accumulate as many victories as possible. There is metagame currency. So as you play through the game, you are going to get gems that will allow you to buff up your dwarves and give them all kinds of cool perks and things like that for future runs to make you more successful. There are also limit breaks and things on some of the items. There are stats on the items that do various things. So coming up with a solid build is probably a good idea in this game. You want that to work. What does it cost me to re-roll? Like 25? That's not too bad. We can get a steel helmet over there. With 800, I can also upgrade my shop. I'm going to upgrade my shop. So now we have a chance to get good items rather than just normal items. Normal being masterwork items because obviously we're dwarves out here. And dwarves don't do work that is subpar. But we're getting like the really, really, really good stuff now. I don't really have a choice but to take this big battle right here. I've got a bad feeling about it. This may not go very well for us, but you can watch the health meters. Seems like it's kind of going in our favor. Maybe just like a little bit, though. But we may lose a dwarf ever so shortly. He's on a kill streak, though, so I guess not. Apparently he sent 4 foes into the eternal fire. His weapon allows him to do like a limit break that insta-kills orcs for a couple seconds. And when it goes off at the right time with the right proximities, he's like whack, 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 whack. And they just fall down left and right. Okay, so that's done. We've got a little bit more cash. We get 480 bucks for that one, but it's got healers. I think instead what I'd like to do is go after maybe like the cleaver orcs over here. And we'll kind of farm like easier fights if we can manage it. However, the cleaver orcs are chunking us pretty good right now. Like our health meter is going down and so is theirs. But boy, we're getting decked at the moment. Finish him off there. He's so much faster than everybody else. I gotta figure out a way to slow him down. My man's gonna die horribly. He's not long for this world. His enthusiasm is appreciated, but also probably gonna get him murdered. We got divine shoulders right there, which is good. We've also got a wizard staff, which I will take. I will take a new recruit to be my new wizard. Now, let me go back to my dwarves real fast. You are now a dwarf wizard. There you go. Enjoy your stick. You be faster, I guess. So that'll give him 15 speed. That, like, sort of catches him up with the rest of these guys. How is he so slow? Or, I'm sorry, how is he so fast by comparison to everybody else? They must be getting it from their weapons. That's got to be what it is. I'm going to sell off some of these helms and stuff, too, because we got too many things in our inventory right now. I suppose I can put the armor shoulder pads on you, just in case for later. Actually, we got the red steels over here, too. Those give stamina and strength. Yeah, we can probably get after something like that. Take the copper spalders off of you and just go ahead and sell them for a little bit of cash. All right. Now we can take... I mean, that battle right there seems like it's not going to work out very well for me. That one seems a little bit more manageable. Let's go ahead and take it. Wizard dwarf shooting fireballs, leaving the underground mountain halls. That's a song that I'm working on. When he aims, he shoots for the balls. He's a wizard with a fireball. See, I kind of Fred Dursted it at the end, and I rhymed ball with ball. But I feel like it still got the point across. All right, we've got a hammer of wrath and an assassin's blade. Cool. I don't really want any of those shoulders right there. I feel as though I shall reroll. Ah, the warblade gives you 6 speed. So that's why our sword guy is always outrunning everybody else. That would explain the tricky situation we find ourselves in. Maybe I give him a hammer instead, so that he kind of like slows down and we overall keep the war party together a little bit better. So that, like, the damage goes to whoever's in the front belly bumping. I don't know if you guys know this about dwarf culture. There's a lot of things floating around TikTok and YouTube, social media about dwarf culture, all very ignorant, coming from unprofessional places. All dwarf war is coordinated through the power of belly bumps. And that's why dwarves are very proud of their belly hair. You very rarely get to see it through the beards, but the belly hair, it provides kind of like a thick futon cushion that they can use to kind of like whoop, like bump enemies out of the way. And it doesn't matter male, female dwarves, doesn't matter hairy bellies, giant beards. Any game where I firmly believe that at least half this party right here are female dwarves. You just can't tell because they've got the big giant beards. I feel like it's a moral failing on the part of any fantasy artist that doesn't give a dwarf lady a beard. They deserve to have beards. They're part of a powerful culture that's all about mining and breaking rock and going underneath the earth to fight balrogs and terrifying horrors from the deep. They need big, powerful lady beards in order to, like, you know, protect themselves from the elements. And yet, so frequently, we see artists just refuse to give lady dwarves beards. I say, let's put some spine in this operation and just demand that all of our lady dwarves always have beards. I'm very passionate about this subject. I can't tell you how many times I go play a fantasy game, I click on a dwarf, and I put them on the female setting, and then they don't have a beard. You know what I mean? They're not, like, buff and muscular. Like, they gotta be, like, muscle mommy dwarves with giant beards and eyeliner. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for in my lady dwarves. Let's go to our shops over here. We can't upgrade the tier right now if we wanted to do so. Feel like it's not a bad idea. Expand out the things that we can pick up. The downside here is that we've got to take a bit of a tricky fight unless we re-roll. That guy right there seems manageable. Let's go ahead and take it. I need to get another shield for my other hammer guy too. Although our battle force now is staying together much better than it previously was. We're going to see, yeah, I was going to say the limit break I think is going to be the make it or break it thing here. That phoenix fire thing that our wizard shoots off is just great. Apparently somebody almost died but then survived. I've got the game on permadeath mode right now. You can play the game in 2 separate modes. Oh, cool. You can play the game in 2 separate modes. You can play the game in glory mode, and what glory mode does is if your dwarf dies but you win the fight, your dwarves are rezzed at the end of the fight. Or you can play on death mode. Death mode, your dwarves are dead permanently when they die, but you get a triple payout on meta currency when you complete the game. So it's up to you which one you want to go for. I personally felt like death was for me. I feel like if I was a dwarf, I would pick the death option. After a couple rerolls, we've got a guy right here that I think works. I'm going to sell you real quick. I don't have any, like, dwarf assassinos yet, but I would like to have dwarf assassins. Oh, we're getting bumped back hard right now. Oh, God. Okay, the limit break dropped us. They've got like a flame mage in there. We only got him down to like half health. Oh, no, dude. It catastrophically fell apart. Kelmumlin has drawn his last breath. Alas. Alas and alack. I have 8 gems to spend, so when we go back to the main menu, we can come back in here and we can start increasing stats. I would say let's go after... I think, like, we'll go for a little bit of Warrior's Vigor right there. And we'll go for, like, a little bit of healing, I think is a good place to start. Yeah. And then we'll go back in. We'll put it on death mode. Where am I at on the leaderboards right now? I don't know if the leaderboards are refreshing right now. Nobody's showing up in the boards that lead. Let's go ahead and we will start out on glory mode. So we start out with 2 dwarves. You're seeing the beginning portion of the game right now. We've got 2 dwarves. They have spears. We start with like a free shield, I guess, so I'll go ahead and give him that comically large shield. We've also got a Hammer of Wrath over here, which does not have an ultimate. That's actually probably what went wrong with that last fight then. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say that was probably it. We'll go ahead and shoulder pad you up. We were missing half of our ultimates. It's interesting that the hammer does not have an ultimate. I wonder what the trade-off is with the hammer. Does it bump back further, or does it just deal a lot of damage for you not to get an ultimate? Curious. I'll have to pay attention to things and figure it out. 1 victory down. We do have enough money for another recruit over here. That's a Battle Axe of Ultimate Speed over on this side. Okay, it makes you very, very speedy. I'll probably take a shield. And then I'll probably take a fight over here. We'll shield that guy up real quick. And off to war we go. Big old bopper hit right there for 44 damage right at the outset. Woof! We've got a copper helmet on this side that will give you speed and dexterity and strength. I'll take that. That sounds good. Many, many recruits. The game wants me to have more dwarves. Okay. Take the Knight Spalders, and then we'll take a fight. Let's go ahead and we'll Knight Spalder the second guy in line. We'll put some horns on him right there. Very nice. We'll go ahead and go to war then. And it looks like we pulled it out no problem. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All combatants are down. We got another Assassin's Blade. I'll probably sell it just for the cash money cheddar stacks because we kind of broke right now. And then we'll take another fight real quick to increase our dwarvish glory. Stack them up, knock them down, murder them. That's the way that we do it out here. No hesitation, no remorse. The dwarfish way. We do have a healing staff right there. I'll go ahead and take it. And then we're going to file straight on in to fight with these other guys. We'll put a priest in the back. Let's murder these dwarves right here. Yep, give them the belly bumps of victory. The bumpier the belly, the better. For this is dwarf country. Murder them all. You see if they drop loot. They just turn into little exploded helmets if they die. But they drop loot if there's actually loot available. We'll go with a wizard hat right there. Another copper helmet. Sounds good. Can't afford another dwarf just yet. Put a helmet on you. I love that helmet. Cracks me up right there. Does that give me wisdom out of curiosity? I think it must, because the wisdom is just so much higher on that character. When these guys level up, they do get stats, by the way. You can also compartmentalize their gear over here. Although I don't know if you can click and drag the gear out once it's equipped. Not sure if that's an option. But you can pan in between your guys, too, with that little menu right there. Alright, off the war. Are we fighting just 2 of these little orcs over here? Meh. I feel no fear in my heart, only rage towards the color green. We as dwarves only respect the color gold. More copper helmets, more little dwarves that can jump on in with us. Yeah, I'll take another dwarf. Why not? I have no job or any loot to give them just yet, but maybe someday I will. Looks like these orcs have been equipped with a shield, so they're going to be running a little bit tougher than the previous orcs that we fought with. We are going to want to start getting a battle strategy put together here. However, our heals are coming through fat stack thicky boys, so I think we're going to be all right. I'm actually sort of curious if there's a stat variance in between characters that are brand new. Let me look. We got another helmet right there. I don't know if I want it, though. I'll take it, I guess, because what the game gave me. We'll take the Spalders there. But between these 2 spear guys, are there stat differences? Oh, there are. So you kind of want to look at the stats that people have, too, before you decide their jobs. Interesting. The dwarves are randomly picked, or I guess randomly statted. That actually makes sense. So apparently I'm just playing poorly right now. I'm putting things on guys that should not have those things. And then, yeah, at least I lucked out and my healer has really good stats for healing this time around. I was just trying to get a banger opening for the beginning of the video. There we go. Health is down a little bit lower than I like, however. But we did get a level up right there. Looks like his stamina went up. We're still not picking up loot, which is kind of a bummer. I'm going to bully this guy real quick. This is like a who cares fight. We'll just put it on max speed real quick to wipe him out. Perfect. Take that one right there. Ooh, we've made it to the new biome. We're going to have to be more careful about our lives and our dwarvish property. We've gone further from home than ever before. To slaughter, to conquer, and to resolve the Book of Grudges, obviously. What that orc did, I don't know, but it's in the Book of Grudges. I don't know if he came to like Dwarf Rayleigh's and forgot to put his cart away. I don't know if he left the milk out on the counter. No clue what he did, but apparently in the Book of Grudges. Let's see, less speed, more weight, gain strength on level up, gain stamina on level up. We'll take the Ring of Restoration and put it on our tank. I think we'll re-roll that real quick. We'll probably pick up another dwarf. We haven't even equipped the 2 dwarves that we have. There's another wizard hat. And I am looking to turn one of my dwarves into a wizard. The re-rolls are being unkind right now, though. Ooh, cloth spalders. Take those. That'll either make my healer better or my wizard better. 2 healers. Oh, we don't have the money. Hold on. Let me go to my dwarves. Let me figure out if there's anything I can sell. That sells for 1,300? Wow. Okay. I'm going to put it on you. Cloth shoulders go on the healer. That goes there. That sells for nothing. So unfortunately, I can't get the stick under my control unless I sell something that I don't want to sell. So that's kind of where we're at. These cleavers are busting us up pretty good, but we have an advantage that they don't have. And that's that we have a healer inside of our ranks right now that will hopefully keep us alive. I believe our lines are about to fold. Oh, Torvir's down. Drurum is also dead. Alas, a heartbreak, to be sure. Now that we've lost a few dwarves, I think we're going to have to bounce back a little bit. I can pick up a new dwarf right there. The thing that's a big bummer is that you don't get the loot back when a dwarf dies. That's the biggest bummer, is that your dwarves don't stop to, like, pick up the dead guy's stuff off the ground for a second. That's the part that really hurts. We got too many cleavers in there. Maybe. I don't know if this is going to go well. We have, like, a numerical advantage and a healer, but they also have a healer. I guess it's going to kind of depend if we can break on through and get to their healer. Let's go ahead and speed this one up, because I feel like this is going to be like a long haul fight. It looks like we are ever so slightly winning in the healing contest. This is kind of like World of Warcraft arenas, where you have, like, I don't know, like a 2v2 that's like Resto Shaman Warrior versus like Holy Paladin Warrior, where you're just like, oh, brother, this is going to take forever. This is going to be a mess. I don't want to do this. Although, honestly, back in the old Cataclysm days, not Cataclysm days, I guess back in the Burning Crusade days, I'd probably say with that patch, Shaman probably take that one. Shamans were pretty strong back then, and Holy Paladins were pretty weak. Still a long, boring fight, though. There we go. We finally got our kills out, and we got some free loot to replace that what we lost. Yeah, cleavers and stuff over here. I think we could probably take that fight. Maybe. But I am going to need you to be out front. You've got good wisdom and intelligence, so technically you should be a mage. I'm worried to re-roll because we've kind of got like a gimme fight right here that we can take, where they can't really hurt us the same way we can hurt them. Oh, wow, somebody got bonked. You see like our one little guy just got launched off into the distance like Dragon Ball Z style, crashed through a mountain, and the whole thing crumbled. We've got another dwarf recruit over there. It's tempting, but I'm going to take this gimme fight right here with the archers, because I think we should be able to bust through and get the archers pretty quickly, since they've only got that one layer of melee protection. We need to be really careful about taking fights that have any kind of shaman or wizard in them, though, because that's just going to be a mess. We got to loot off that one. Good. No loot off the second one. No loot off that one. No loot off that one. Damn. I was hoping we'd get multi-loot. We got a steel helmet, though, so that's not bad. I'll take a steel helmet. We now have enough money to do re-rolls, so we can kind of fish for things that we want now. I don't know if I have anybody that's good at dexterity, but somebody here need to have better stats. This guy's like lined up to be a mage. I think I'm going to go fishing. Do I need a shield? I could use a shield, yeah. Another healer. Just turn this into an unholy, well, technically a holy slog for our foes. Give him a shield real quick. None of those fights look appealing to me, so I'm going to skip them. Does anybody need shoulder pads? You look kind of good on shoulder pads. You look good on shoulder pads. All right, nobody needs shoulder pads. 3 spear guys, that's an easy gimme. We'll take it. I mean, honestly, this game feels like it's about re-rolling to mitigate risk over and over and over again. Eventually, your luck's going to run out, and you're not going to get a gimme fight, but, like, it feels like re-rolling is a very... It doesn't increase in cost every single time you do it. So it's intended that you sit here and spam re-rolls until things are in your favor. All right, so we've wiped out another Orc Warforce. We got a free Knight's Helmet. Probably hold on to it for later. We'll do a little bit of the old re-rollery here. It's a word that I just made up. The act of re-rolling. I would say a two-handed axe would probably be a good thing to pull together. You can take that fight right there. I'm going to give you a two-handed axe. Strength is sitting at 26, which isn't too bad. Sell off some of these spears. And then to war. Shields up, hammers high. When steel rings out, the orcs, they die. See, I'll put together a rhyme right now, dude. I'll spit on top of these dwarf bars. We're all about that dwarf gangster rap out here. All right. Oh, he executing. I saw it. You see a little animation on his axe? That's his limit break. He just runs around just like executing people. Dwamrum is out here claiming lives. What else we got going on? I need, like, different loot to drop. I think it may be time for us to upgrade the shop. That's what I'm beginning to lean towards. Too many cleavers in there. They've got a fire mage. But they've got nobody blocking. So I kind of feel like we can rush this one down, because we're going to break through the archers really quickly. Yeah, so I feel like we can get to the fire mage and belly bump him down pretty easily. His limit break's gonna hurt. But I think as long as we gap close quickly, it should be okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was gonna happen right there. Went pretty well. Red steel shoulders, we'll sell them. Yeah, I think the game probably wants me to upgrade my shop at this point. It feels like we're getting repeat items a lot. There's 2 cleavers in there, make me feel nervous. It's probably doable, though. Oh, you can, like, buy gems on the fly. They're not even, like, meta currency. I mean, technically they're meta currency, but you can actively spend them while you're playing the game. It looks like we also get other things. We get, like, a forge over there. I assume that allows me to reroll the stats on items and stuff. That'd be my estimate anyways. Like, it allows you to use the Diablo system to, like, change around your affixes or your stats or whatever, possibly. I don't know. We're like, some battles in, but we haven't unlocked it yet, so maybe we'll get there. But this is Dwarves Glory Death Loot. You guys should check it on out. I think this is, like, a real course in how a simple gameplay loop can be really entertaining and really fun. Like, I think it's really a sign of a game that you can stare at pretty easily for like hours, even though ultimately you're not really doing much except for like crashing little army men into each other and going like I think it's pretty rad. Dwarves Glory Death Loot. You guys should check it on out. Comes out very, very soon on Steam. I'll see y'all later. Take care, and that's all I got for you, folks. Bye-bye.